Hey, welcome back to the tip of the day. Today I'm going to share with you my makeshift mudroom. I already had a pretty great mudroom area up in the garage, but it's freaking cold now. Our garage is heated, but only to about 60 degrees, freezing when you're chasing around a toddler. So I wanted to move the stuff down here, but the dog's still like at that I'm gonna eat stuff while you're gone phase. And this is of course his room as well. So I didn't want to spend a lot of money on here. I didn't want to spend any, to be honest. So there's the dilemma. And I think a lot of people have this. It's like they want to create some storage organization in their home, but they don't want to spend the money until they have enough to do it right. And that unfortunately causes, you're left in the meantime with nothing. You're left with a process that's not working until you can get to what you really want. So instead of that, I decided to spend a very small amount just to throw together something that'll work. I can live with it, and then I can sort of see what I like, what doesn't work, and what I want to change for eventually when I'm redoing this room. So I'll show you how it turned out. And if there's some spot in your house that you're like, this doesn't work, and someday I'm gonna get this storage unit thing to house the toys or the office stuff or a mudroom, consider maybe that it's good enough for today kind of method, which is what we're doing here. I spent about $30 total because I had a lot of the already pieces in my home, but it's really, really working and I'm so happy. And if the dog eats it, that's okay. All right, I'll show you now. So here's my little corner that I'm gonna turn into a mud room without spending money. I bought a hook, I bought a couple hooks and a little shoe thing, though I'm not sure I want to leave the shoes down here. We always do everything in the garage, but as you can see, my dog now uses this room and he, chewed the wallpaper off the walls, chewed the walls, scratched the walls. He's pure evil, this guy right here. Hi, Oscar. Oh, you're so cute. So I'm nervous because I hear dogs eat shoes. He's never had an opportunity because we keep them in the garage. But if I move them in here, I'm worried they'll be eaten. So I might just put coats and hats and mitts and all that stuff we get ready with in here. But we'll see about maybe one pair of boots each. So here we go. I'm going to transform this into a mudroom and hopefully maybe find some wallpaper to patch that. What'd you do? You're so cute. So here's what we ended up with. It's not Pinterest beautiful. It's not perfect. It's not ideally what I want, but you know what? Perfection is like the mother of procrastination. If I'm really gonna wait to do exactly what I want, which is a beautiful locker system in here, I'd be waiting a really long time and I'd have nothing in the meantime. So this entire setup, if I was to buy everything, most of the things I had, but if I was to buy everything I needed was under $100, which was really inexpensive. I got this great little hook here. And this one we already had, but both were $10. This $18 little cubby here. We already had this one, but it was $24 from Walmart. And then this bookshelf that was from Milo's room, again, was about $20. So all in all, for all the pieces that we'd need to create this little makeshift mudroom, if I had to buy it, it would have been around $100, but I already had most of it. So my only cost was this $18 little cubby here for mine and Joe's mittens, and this $10 hook here, and that was it. The rest of the stuff I had, and of course dollar store bins and baskets. So this is a spot where the kids are just shoving the boots they wear every day. We have a shoe bin down here, and this is my favorite part. Right here is where we're keeping all the hats and mittens. Nice and low so they can just toss them in. And each kid has their own little cubby for the ones they like the best. We do have a ton more. Like I have a ridiculous amount of hats, mittens, gloves, coats, shoes. It's obnoxious. The rest of that stuff I'm still keeping in the garage, but the day-to-day stuff we're gonna wear, I'm keeping here. So we have their play coat and a dress coat. And then this longer hooks here where their snow pants are going. And then, of course, Joe and my coat, we have our play coats and our dress coats as well. So not a ton. I put my boots and shoes down here, and I still kept the return and the donate bin. I love this little idea. This is a medicine cabinet that I'm keeping because we're redoing our bathroom upstairs at some point, and it was just stuck in my closet, but I decided instead of putting it up in the attic to use it temporarily to store all those things we're grabbing on the way out. And now that I can see them, I think I'll be more likely to remember them, like gum and Kleenex packages and extra wipes, just in case I'm running low, and sunscreen and shoe polish and that roller thing for lint. All those little things that when you're running out the door, it's nice to have them handy right there if you want to grab them. So here's our little makeshift mudroom. I'm really liking it. We've been using it now for the last 2 days. The kids are actually putting their stuff away and it's not on the floor. And someday we'll redo it when we can trust the dog not to eat all our stuff. But in the meantime, I'm really loving this cheap, inexpensive mudroom.